Man, we in here working. Didn't I say we got people always watching from different angles? You can always catch them. Now you see what you wearing? Somebody was telling, they was reporting in on what I was wearing. They was telling them my color scheme. Now if this ain't true, the person ain't gonna show up. Ain't nobody gonna have to take nothing in. And I told y'all, man, they had to bring back old characters. When people go on vacation, they go missing. They be on vacation. That something about to transpire. They trying to steal something. When the cat's away, say, but then sometimes they don't really go away. You never know. I told you two jokers was sitting outside my window, watching me through that other thing that everybody know about apparently, and they were watching me, right? So they were like, he wearing this, he wearing that, he going for that outfit, he going for this, right? So I usually go into the store. Homegirl don't charge. I mean, they don't charge 50 cents for the damn cup, but apparently they do. They charge for water now. You know what I'm saying? Because I usually go in there and just grab a cup and get some hot water. Seeing as I've been in there multiple times, like I mean, she got to charge me 50 cents for the cup. Even though I got 50 cents for it, you know what I mean? I'm just like, damn, for some water, for some hot water. Come on, bro. I mean, everybody don't follow rules, right? Everybody say they don't follow rules. Everybody like to break the rules for the people they like to break the rules for. They don't like to follow the rules for the ones. You know what I mean? They ain't got no respect system. They ain't got no honor code. They go one right there. He won too. I'm about to hit him too. Old fat jealous ain't Nick. She said she don't want him. My bad. Ain't the right one. Now look, check aim. Homegirl over there too. She won too. They talk about they be trying to act like they be trying to help you, but they be trying to send you on some homo paths to these Homo sapiens because they be running an agenda. It's a program. Why they give the ones who want to bend over and be gay for them, so they can take it for the women. They give them hoes. They that be the weirdos. Now if I'm lying, they wouldn't show that PT Cruiser right there, because you know what I'm saying. When I popped out, right, when I popped out this morning, it was the same white PT Cruiser on the other side. Now this woman said nobody know where she going. One of them going to the store. I already seen that. Somebody gonna be going to the hair salon in a minute too. Already caught that too. And I told you, everything is about angles of light, timing. It really ain't even about timing, because you can speed time up. Like right now, somebody's doing something to the right, somebody's focused on the right, they're going low, and somebody's breathing hard as a fuck. That means somebody breath. I mean, that means somebody heart beating like a motherfucker. There's some pressure on somebody. Now, she's using somebody else's catchphrase to set up a play for later on, so we ain't worried about that though. I always told you. Listen, I got people who set up catchphrases to. That's what you call blockers, right? So when you have blockers, like Xavier put blockers, like when you at the offensive line, you have blockers. Why do you have blockers? But when you're so good, you don't need blockers. When they unlock you, when you become into your higher self, you don't need blockers. Hence, somebody's already seen where somebody's going right now. And he supposed to be the red shoes, man. Now look, check game. They say they little so they can go to the other side so the women can use them. They go, listen, this is what they do. They run in the bathroom. I told y'all, I'm going to break down every code and every little thing they use on the screen, right? So they run in the bathroom and they say, oh, I'm little. So they can use the other side. Didn't I say I already seen where this fool was going? I caught him before he even got there. Now, what does little stand for, too? That means your back. You're going to show your left shoulder, right? That means also you're trying to use air. That means you're trying to use gas or a bubble. So being as you're in a bubble, that means somebody's in the booth over there. Also, being a bubble, that means you're trying to bind and trap something, right? That means you're trying to cage something. So you're trying to cage gas or air. So you send bubbles across. So listen, what you sending bubbles across or messages across, and it's on the children too, it's on the little girls. So listen, what you sending shit across, that means you're going into a lower dimension. That means you're using your shadow self. So that means you have agents out there somewhere using something for you in a different dimension, different angle. That means you're a fucking, yeah, he's one. That means you're a bird brain. And somebody's trying to see what I was watching too. If somebody's not trying to watch what I was watching last night, they're not going to cross. No female in here is going to cross, or no female's going to have their legs open. No female's going to have their legs open, and no male's going to cross over here. You know why? Nobody's going to make no X's, because they all going to get deleted. He already did it, so he already has one on him. Now, I told you, everything is vibration, sound, and frequency. You don't have to talk to hear other people speak. Everybody knows how to talk in their mind. Most of them people who talk in their mind and use it, and it's not even really talking in your mind. It's just a vibration. That's how stupid a lot of folks is. It's a vibration that goes through your spine and through your body, through your brain, which vibrates off frequencies, which means we're like the fucking sun and shit, because our minds show when we're generating good energy, blue, yellow, green, mostly blue and green, vibrating a bright ass color. But then, isn't that what they use on the when you watching the Weather Channel? You looking at the map. So when you want certain weather, you use red to cross over, and then you use blue to go the other way, right? Ain't that 12 and ain't that 1? Ain't that being the Lord's and ain't that being a disciple? I know some of these people gonna be out of here before 12. I know some of them gonna be here by 1. Now I seen everybody that was in this room already before I came into this room. Now he's over there. See, listen. When you want to get somebody and you want to turn into somebody else, you have to go do their play. You have to do their routines. Hence, nobody's went over there and got that damn what is that? The hand soap, the PF whatever they had, the hand sanitizer shit. All right, so listen. He's doing the old woman's play. She says she doesn't want him. He went in there and showed his meat. So somebody's about to get hit too. That's why he over there in front of her in this fool's face right now. So some woman's gonna come over here and cross over here in a minute. It's gonna be an older chick. And she's already over there, just to let you know. Since everybody keeps saying, I'm using my machine, and then nobody else is using their machine, she had to take a drink in because she on the bullshit too. She on the boo-boo. Well, here comes the click. All right, so she's 5 clicks out. So what does that mean? Whew, shit, that's something I don't want to smell. Smell like passion fruit. Smell like some reefer too. Smell like somebody goes by the pine trees. And it smells like somebody's aiming low. So when you have somebody flipped upside down, you know they looking from a different perspective, right? So that means somebody's looking from the desk, looking over this way, but they're looking at somebody from a different angle, which that means somebody's coming down. So that means somebody's doing some weird shit. Let's see if somebody makes it right here. Let's see. Oh shit! No! Hickory smoked fucking bacon and donuts. Hickory smoked bacon and donuts. Somebody likes bacon. That look like somebody's grandma too. That might be his mama. Hickory smoked bacon and fucking donuts. Now somebody spoke for that woman over there because she said, somebody say your mama. So one of them children gonna scream for their mom in a minute. They're not gonna say their name. They're just gonna make a tone or a sound to make sure that their mom know to speak to them. So they can try to produce an image to say it's my people, but it's really another person on the other side, which is that woman over there, which you can't trust her. So when you have another woman on the other side saying, now when you have another person on the other side trying to say certain thing, they will say it's your mom, but it's really the old white woman being slick. Now she already gave him the info for him not to speak. So that means if all these motherfuckers is mental giants in here, why the fuck we ain't flying? I guess he ain't a mental giant. He's fidgeting too much. And he wants to drink something. So somebody's about to start drinking something in a minute. Somebody go pick up, because they have to do the same ritual. It's a routine. It's religious. When you're performing a ritual, you have to do. He about to get up and cross, because he went to the bathroom last time, so he has to get up and cross again. And he's gonna be the first one to leave out. If he doesn't, that means it's a setup. Now listen, she just tried to say she made it home already. She says she's up in the air, she's gone, she's up in smoke. And so that means it's another woman who equates for her on the other side of the tree, the compass, the board, what you say, parallel reality. So that means she's already thinking in advance. That means she's already in her time machine, the vehicle, to say that she's flying to where she needs to be, which that means you're astral projecting. So that means if you're astral projecting, and here comes the Wicked Witch. If you're astral projecting, didn't I say that one was going to? But if you're astral projecting, you're in your what? It's in the Bible. Well, I mean, it goes further past that, you know what I'm saying? We just say the ship, right? So since you're in the ship, you got to go past Jupiter, right? You got to use Jupiter to transform and get on your ship, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's not Jupiter. I don't know. Maybe boys are a little more stupider, because they say females get it faster than the males. They say they can speed theirs up so fast and then slow it down and still catch all the plays because they're quicker than us, because they reach their quickening than us. Now, seeing as we got the hook to this, you know what I'm saying, they say Columbus, which, you know, so most likely they're going to have somebody with that type of riddle to that, you know what I'm saying? It's another person with a thick coat coming in here. So, being as Columbus did not discover certain places, he only discovered islands. So they say. I don't know. This is not substantially founded by me, so just to let you know. And be on alert. There's gonna be a lot of fires. There's a lot of heat coming down from the turnpikes. So seeing as we've already passed 8 o'clock, we're approaching. I want to say, what is it? We're gonna be veering to 2. We're gonna be veering to 2 because we're gonna bar things up, and we want to make sure we're in the right place, right? Because, like I said, the police is everywhere. They always do little oppositional shit. Hence the dude just looked out the window, like tornado, but he got caught though. Smoked that ass. That's why he gave him the look not to look, and that's why he had to be aware. But he looked. If you catch it, you can see that he's slick looking. He's looking in multiple different directions. Slightly tilted. That means somebody's coming in off the right. It's on the female, and she's about to start moving right now. Now, I told you, I've already caught most of these people, bro. I've already snatched up a lot of them. I said, listen, Cat Williams had to say, they say Cat Williams spoke his truth. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not down in the valley of death all day dealing with these oppositions and, holly, whatever the hell they call it. I don't run around snatching up holly trees and walking around with them around my neck or my waist. I'm not a terrorist goddess or god, however you want to depict it, because last time I checked, it was a goddess, they say. Have y'all noticed how India is going through a lot of stuff right now? India is apparently going through a whole ordeal. Besides the kidnappings and the weirdness, they have ships and things going on that's attacking. So if it's going down in India, it's got to be going down in Asia too, right? Crazy, baffling. Got to be real cuckoo bird. Now we're gonna have one fly the cuckoo's nest in a minute. Try to play like they're not really into what they're doing. It's on her. All right, caught you. Going back to her. Like I said, listen. So these individuals over, and somebody smokes a lot. Oh, that's who it on. That's who it is. That's who it on. You know Bueno either. Well, it's all good. She just tried to hit me with something. Hold on, let me see. Now, since they talking about the little ones, right? Because they said you're little. This how you be slick, right? It's on the little child. Because they're saying that shit, but the dude in orange hasn't returned to his spot. So either he's already left, or Now, seeing as the object of the game is to get around you, it's like cyberpunk. We already know they're tricksters, right? So we got to stay off the glass. So listen, when you try to get around someone, you got to see what they're doing. You got to feel for them. Like somebody about to reach for a book right now. Somebody's about to turn a page. Somebody's about to scroll their finger down. If I'm lying, don't nobody fucking move. Now, that button's going to go off because somebody's about to turn, and I believe they're turning to the right. So, if they're turning to the right, somebody's putting pressure on the gas. Somebody's trying to use something else on them. Now, I told you, these folks constantly, it's going to be another earthquake too, since they constantly trying to seismic send waves to my feet. They're trying to cause gas. They're trying to, and listen, if you study, right, the outside of your foot is your gastric system, right? That's all the intestines and everything. Dealing with intestines, all that shit, right? So most people who know anything about medical field, you know this stuff, right? So when these billy goats start doing wicked shit, they try to be the smartest person in the room. That means you're just being a scientist. You're being a crafty motherfucking serpent. It means you're a little snake. And I'm not even looking for the stuff they be looking for on the screen, because they be looking for the little lights and glimmers and all that shit, like the Matrix. It's back on her. It's back on the womb. It's on the sword. So when you want to cut somebody, and you know what I'm saying, what they do is they try to cut your tendons, and which is the scissors, which is on the desk. I already caught them. When you try to cut somebody's tendons, that means you're trying to cut some nerves, right? So you try to use certain frequencies to like sound like somebody. Now I told you, listen, when you want to get somebody's nerves going, you try to sound like who? Somebody they're scared of, in fear of, someone of authority that they look to, right? So who are most of these people scared of? Would it be the government? Would it be poison? Would it be drugs? You know what I'm saying? Let's for shits and giggles. If somebody defecated in somebody's food and then served it to them, would they be scared of that? And listen, what if somebody, I literally just smelled some shit. Now, if somebody, listen, let me ask y'all this again. If somebody defecated in your food, served it to you, and you didn't know, and then they revealed it to you at the end, after you got sick, after you went through the process, would you be fucked up? Isn't that scary? Isn't that a, you know what I mean? All right, Hansel and Gretel, right? What if they chopped up some kid? No, Lord forbid, because we don't want that. I swear that's not on my heart at all. But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to paint a scary scenario for y'all to understand that these people are very sick, right? So with knowing that, when you have to be the being of light, right, you got to see every angle, right? So with that being, as a conqueror, you have to understand that there are other conquerors that will go beyond the means of necessary to do what they want. So they'll torture, kill, maim, whatever. All right. So listen, if they was to cut up a rat and put it inside of a fucking thing that you eat and serve it to you, would that not mess you up? Is that not scary? What if they told you everything that you've been eating was not what you've been eating? What if it was Silent Green? For those old folks in here who've gained their wisdom, you let me know. What is Silent Green? Because if we're on go, you have to understand, if they would do that in that era, and that's supposed to be the baby bloomer era, that's supposed to be the golden years, right? Is it not disturbing to realize that they can do this to you and then laugh about it because they're doing it on screen, and then they go hide somewhere and say, ha ha ha, we didn't know, but we knew. And then pointed the finger at you like, ha ha ha. Isn't it funny? I mean, Chainsaw Massacre, several other different movies. You know, they say don't eat the meat at certain people's houses. You never know. Now, there's a particular cast that tried to pull strings and be basically yo puppet master. So they tried to anticipate your thought and then beat you around the curve. And they say the curvature of the earth can send you to time travel. It's almost like Barry or now, is it Barry Gordon? No, or Wally Flat. I think it's Wally. So like, if you no, it was Barry. If you run fast enough, you can get back to where you started from. or you can go somewhere else. It's a paradox, right? Two dimensions, two different angles, right? Straight line, straight flush. So, seeing as I gave you more than 10 reasons to understand that they're going to do the same repeat in the same loop, and if you know what the loop is, you know what's going on. Because they're all going to try to feed you bullshit and then act like when you cut out their tongue, they wasn't speaking truth. Now, there's a lot of dummies in here because everybody's supposed to went to school and learned all this shit. So I don't understand how I know a lot of this shit, and then a lot of these other folks don't know this shit. Because they go around and use your energy in different things. Like they can say you can take somebody's their spirit, their energy, their persona, and put it in something and say, oh yeah, that's what we eat, and then wait to see if something transpires to someone likewise on the other side, and then you can see how it'll process out later on for you. But it's always catch-22 because with anything so dark and so pale as a beast of the sorts, it always comes back to you, right? So with that being said, we're gonna have to pay you a due because we about to rise and get to the next scene, right? We got to make it across. I told you I'm not sparing nothing, and he don't want to get up because he already got up though. I told you, man, when you look in these cameras, bro, it's like you can see people's spirits, bro. It's weird. She's gonna be over here too. Now, listen, that's why people be like, don't put me on camera. But then you like, why you viewing me from a different angle though? Ain't that the same thing? You putting somebody else on camera? You'll say, I don't want nobody watching me while I'm sleeping. You get a sudden chill. You get a sudden cold. You feel really, really cold when somebody is watching you from a different angle. Don't let that be Karen over there because she already did that repeat. So she started it first, so it's got to be initiated by somebody else too. No, it's the other girl. So she's flipping it. She's being the board.